Yeah, stream should be starting. Let's go ahead and load up the game. And we'll see what the sound sounds like. Everything should be pretty much the same. I haven't changed the settings since I haven't recorded anything else in the meantime since the last stream. But we left off on floor 90, I believe. We just beat floor 89, so we're on floor 90. So 10 more floors. Yeah, okay. What is the power level? 1067 to 965? Okay. So let me see if the audio sounds pretty good. Let's see. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Audio, audio. Alright, so it sounds good. I know also I was trying to get the Ragnarok, which we're very close to being able to get it. Honestly, if I probably had a waist piece of armor, I could probably beat it. Maybe even a better cape. So, I don't know if we're going to still try to go for that. Maybe. I imagine if I upgraded these swords a little bit, I'd be able to do it. But I kind of don't want to upgrade them. I think if I'm lucky enough, and if I also end up getting more damage buffs, I could definitely end up finishing it. So we're at 804 for two-handed axe. Yeah, I think if I at least get this, and yeah, Crimson Weapon and Madless Blow, that. Okay, yeah, I think with the Crimson Weapon, Madness Blow, the Bloodlust passive, and even Stalwart Shangri-La, we might be able to do it. That should be enough to get us over that little gap to get it. Because if I can get a Saint Blade Ragnarok, 2 of them, then that would be amazing. That will tremendously help out. And if I'm able to get them, then I'll definitely upgrade them, because at that point there's just not going to be any reason for me to try to make a rarity 4 or 5 weapon from Liz. So let's head into multiplayer, and we'll go and do some proficiency for the two-handed axe. That way we can get those skills, and we will probably not be farming proficiency anymore. I mean, the only other thing I can try to get is the other buff tree from the katana tree, which I'll have to level up scimitar, then level up to katana a little bit. So I don't think I'm gonna do that, because there's really not too much point to try to go that far, because we're still pretty okay. Alright, let's see if there is any online parties in here, as usual. Nope. Nope, 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 sadly. So let's get rid of that. We'll keep that the same. I do want to do the HM and NM thing, so let's keep it on normal, and we'll go fight the Shadow Dwelling Beast. We'll get a little bit of proficiency just from whenever we hit it. Maybe get some XP for the AIs a bit. I've also sounded a little bit sick. My nose just stopped up a little bit, so sorry for that. But let's go. Let's see. Item clerk. Do you have cleansing crystals? You have veil potions. How many do I have? 6? I could go for more, but I'm going to need Okay, so I guess I gotta farm them from chests, I believe. So yeah, we can go ahead and buy some more Veil potions just so we're stocked up on those just a little bit more. Teleport crystals, we're still pretty good. I highly doubt we'll even use all of them. Alright, let's go do this implementation, see what's in the tree for it. Maybe we can find something useful we might want to get. So we just need to defeat a level 110 plus NM and H&Ms. So I don't know if this boss is going to count actually, since these bosses don't show their level, but he might be over the level. So we will see. While we're also getting proficiency on him too. I have also, since I mentioned it in the last stream, how I was debating on either starting a Attack on Titan challenge where I use the default gear only and try to beat the game and beat Inferno mode. Did I go in the wrong place? Yes, I did. But yeah, where I try to use the default gear and beat the story, beat Inferno mode. It was between that or starting the Magic Only Lost Song challenge. And I decided to do the Lost Song Magic Only challenge, which so far my progress in that, since I'm just doing it off screen and recording like major fights up in that, I am only in the second area, so I'm in the desert area currently, like just got there. It's not been bad so far, it's just been very low damage. Like, I don't think it's going to be very good until I get the tier 2 and definitely tier 3 spells. Once I get those would be a lot better. But I've been using Asuna for it because she's the Undine race. She can heal, she can revive, and I believe she also ends up getting a buff that I believe it increases her magic regeneration. So she's more so the ideal person to use, besides like way later on when you unlock 7. And so she's who I've been using. Now I was debating on whether I should keep the AIs or not on my team, and I decided to keep them on because, for one, there's going to be a fight later on in the game with Kirito where I'm pretty sure you're going to be forced to use Kirito, and it's going to be a 1v1. So I do want him to kind of get some levels just to increase a little bit of survivability. And if he's lucky enough to where his AI uses some spells, then he'll get some levels off his spells. That way he can kind of do more damage. And for my other character, I'm bringing Liz for now. But the only thing I can't change them from doing is that they will do normal attacks, so they will attack enemies normally. But I am able to change it to where they can't use sword skills, which would be the main damage. So I removed their sword skills to where they can't do that, and so far it's been going okay. The little mobs, they'll kind of kill a little bit, but I've mostly killed them myself. Boss fights, it kind of depends, because during the major boss fight for the first area with the dragon, they mostly just fly around. Like, they don't really attack him at all. I'm just the one doing all the damage, so it kind of depends. And one other thing that I've kind of noticed that's going to be very annoying is humanoid enemies, fighting humanoid enemies, because they dodge, like their AI is extremely smart. They will dodge and they will block. So it makes it a pain fighting them and trying to hit them with magic at all. So far, there's been one forced humanoid fight, and that was with Yuki, who we played awesome. And other than that, it's just been like regular NPCs that you'll find out in the field that you can fight. And they haven't been too bad either because I have teammates with me, so they kind of distract them here and there. But that's going to be of issue, so I'm kind of scared on how the fight with Sumeragi is going to be. Especially with Kirito basically not having any levels on his magic skills. But like I said, we'll see how it turns out. Hopefully not bad or anything, really. I believe once I get my other tiers for the other spells, it'll be a lot better. Because the tier 1s, they're pretty eh. They're definitely not doing a lot. I think the most I've really hit with one is probably like maybe about 110, 120 or so. Wow, we only went up 4 by that proficiency right there. Okay, so that did not count, so we need to do level 110s. So let's see, 110s, NMs, and H&Ms. It kind of sucks. It kind of makes it a little bit tricky too, because my level's low, and I can't use a thing. So if they catch me, then I'm definitely dead. We can try against this guy though. Maybe the AIs will be able to hit him pretty good. Maybe Philia can ruin him with the esoteric. So anti-chambers, okay. But yeah, so far that challenge has been it's been kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie. It's basically like how I did the Sacred Art only for Alicization, except you can actually increase your damage. Now the damage is, like, for now at least, way lower than what you would do in Alicization, but eventually it's going to get a lot more once I unlock these other tiers of spells and get further. Okay, so Twin Sword Paladin, we should possibly be okay. I'm not going to be able to use my Hyper Armor and stuff, so I am going to get hit. As long as I can possibly get him into a kind of stun lock, we might be okay. Okay, I didn't want to take the aggro. We're good. As long as Philia does her stuff and Okay, I guess I deflected one of the other guys instead of the Paladin. Okay, yeah, these little guys are about to kill me. Yeah, they got me. That's the problem with some of these parts. These little enemies, but the main issue is that it reduces my max SP to only 100. So I can't use this. I can't use this to protect myself. And already our defense is just crap, so maybe I will swap off these NPCs and go with, well, they're not even too much of a higher level anyway, but they'd be better. So let's go ahead and have them on. That should be a little bit better, hopefully. Okay, so let's go back. But yeah, the challenges have been too bad on there. Just long on some fights, you know, especially if the AI isn't using their spells to even just do a little bit more of chip damage. Some enemies have been kind of annoying to fight because I noticed that the tracking on the magic isn't too good. Like, I'll fight the little praying mantises that are flying, and for some reason it kind of just clips through them sometimes. So it really depends, usually. Let me go ahead and take these guys out, because they'll probably be an issue. Would help if I definitely unlock some of the axe skills, but I kind of don't want to do any skill points on those. We at least won't have these guys coming to us. We'll have to worry about the other ones though, but maybe Shreya and Filia can kind of get rid of them for us. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Let's see, okay, we could pull him just a little bit. God, it's these little guys, man. They hit just so hard, and I can't use hyper armor or anything. Titan, this is a golem. Okay, we can probably do this one. This will probably be better. So it's here, abandoned weapon test site. I think this is the big, yeah, okay, I know what this one is. This one should be a lot better. I've also, since I mentioned that eventually I will do the play through the Pokemon games, I do kind of want to clarify that I won't do... There'll be some games I do and some games I don't. So... like, for example, I'm not going to play the Let's Go series. I don't know about the other ones, like Legends of Arceus. Some other ones too. I kind of just made me want to play the main gens, which I know that they're kind of included in that way. But I can definitely say that Let's Go, I'm not playing for sure. I'm not into that one. The Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl remake, I highly doubt I will. It just does not. Like, Sinnoh is my favorite generation, and Diamond Pearl Platinum are my favorite ones in the entire series. And I really just don't like how they butchered that game. Like, we get little chibis and everything just looks worse compared to, the actual 3DS games that it did 3Ds. I don't understand how you go backwards from that, So sorry if anybody would be interested in those and seeing them, but just not interested in them. guys really not full aggro? I know it's because I'm using those gauntlets most likely as well. Kind of insane I'm pulling that much though. Hey, good job, Philly. And you do that right after, nice. Okay, so that's 1 down, 4 more to go. Maybe Straya, Austin, and Klein will be... Maybe they'll get a level. I highly doubt it though, considering that this is a low level enemy. But yeah, so far I've picked out my teams that I want to use up to Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, so Gen 4. So I've got my Pokemon team that I picked out for Gen 1, 2, 3, and 4. The way I'm picking these teams is I'm kind of picking Pokemon that I've never used and kind of ones that I feel like just don't get used much. But I'm also kind of leaning towards using Pokemon that I'm slightly interested in using, you know, even if I haven't used them, or if I have used them slightly. So yeah, you'll be able to see that. I think so far, the Gen 4 Pokemon team is by far my favorite. Like, just looking at them, they look very pretty. Like, it's such a pretty looking team, if that makes sense. At least whenever I get to that point, I think the main issue will be trying to figure out how early and how late some of those Pokemon are that I can get. Because I know with the Gen 2, the team that I've got, some of them I think you get kind of further off. So I don't know if I'll use temporary teammates till I get them or what. But we'll figure that out once I get to all that. Because it'll be a long while. I don't know how long I'll probably record those videos for that game. Probably do like about 30 minutes or so. Just to kind of keep a good flow of it. Okay, cool. Second one down. Very excited to get to it all though, for sure. Because it's been a while. I say it's been a while since I played a Pokemon game, but ooh, Schwarblitz and Astra Cruise, okay. But it's been a while. Technically, the last real ones I played was Sword and Shield, which the last thing I was doing on that game was just catching remaining Pokemon and evolving remaining Pokemon for my decks, because that would technically be the first game ever that I've gotten 100% of the decks. And then I played a little bit of Violet. It's okay. The game wasn't really clicking for me. So maybe once I do a playthrough of it or something like that, it'll click. Okay, we got the Schwarblitz. Okay, so it was that. And then we got Astra something. Sounds like... Okay, so it's this. So, okay, he drops two hands. Okay, wow, so we got 20% for both of those. Not sure how far I'll be able to go with them though, because I think the one thing I'm gonna really struggle with is trying to figure out a team for Black and White, and then Black and White 2, since they're both the same game and they have the same Pokemon, and you're kind of restricted mainly to use that region's Pokemon. And the fact that I really just do not like the Pokemon in that game at all, it's gonna be tough for me to pick a team for that, and then for the Black and White 2, pick a team for that to be different. So I'm kind of interested to see what I'll probably go with on there when I decide. Maybe I'll just try to piece it together later tonight or something like that. I don't know. Really? I need 50 for that? That's all of it? Oh, because that's 100. Okay. I missed that. I know I mentioned I also wanted to see maybe trying to do a challenge for another one for this game where I do like auto attacks only, but it's gonna be a little bit tough because I won't be able to change the AI. I won't be able to kind of like how Lost Song, where I can make it to where they can't use sword skills at all. I can't do that here, so I don't know how I'm gonna really do that challenge, and I definitely don't want to do it without any AIs because that's gonna just be brutal, and I won't be able to keep my buffs, 100% of the time. So I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Kind of one thing I could change to make it a little bit fair is if I just leave their default weapon. That way their default weapon won't be like too much damage really. But who knows? We'll possibly find something out. Alright, so that was 3, so I need to do 2 more now, I believe. Hopefully something good is in this tree. I think this is possibly the katana tree. So it's probably mainly the katana weapons and then like just sword skill. So probably nothing I can use. SP linked attack. Let's see. one more and we'll be able to sing. And for the Lost Song Challenge, I'm gonna try to do majority of the extra quests, which are mainly just bosses and stuff. I'm gonna try to do majority of those as well, just showing, you know, how far you can possibly push magic only to an extent. And just kind of seeing the process of it from, you know, whenever you basically have nothing to potentially whenever you have, you know, your better loadout and whatnot. So that'll be interesting to see the progress in that, seeing how far you can push, because some of the parts are going to be very, very annoying. I know one boss in particular, actually 2 to 3 bosses in particular, in the very end of the game are going to be testing my patience tremendously. Progress as I can with efficiency. Gotcha. Okay, and there we go. So let's see what we got in this tree. Kind of wish I would have made more use of the Sword Skill Connect. Oh, we got something. Of the Sword Skill Connect in this. I still can, to an extent. Because that'll help a little bit more in damage, but bit too late. So I don't really mind, you know, just missing out on it. Okay, so another two-handed axe. So let's see. I don't think I can implement it from here, can I? Okay. There's been quite a lot of stuff I could have taken advantage of a lot sooner, but it's okay. We're still getting through it in our own way. So yeah, okay. This is the katana tree. SP linked up attack. 20 on dodge. Burst gauge max minus 500 and bleeding. Max SP minus 300. I don't know why you would use these, honestly. I don't know. Burst gauge recovery up and 80% attack. Yeah, I don't know why you would use these, because you literally can't use buffs right there. And for this one, you can't use burst gauge, which is, I mean, okay. So I don't know why you would ever want to use this one, unless you're going, I don't know, for mainly an auto attack thing, or just a burst gauge build, which I'm not even sure how strong a full-on burst gauge build would be. Okay, so never mind. You can counteract it with Dark Flare, so max SP by 300. You get bleed and you get risk. Okay. So you can kind of counteract it a bit. Alright, so let's go back to the communication room and we will go to do our proficiency. I won't need AIs for this, so we can take them off. So, by Philia, by Straya, by Klein, and by Asuna. Then we're going to change it to Death Game. And we're just going to leave that as the same quest. We'll go to... We're going to be teleported to fight these skeletons anyway. Let's go here. Okay. How? How did you target me, bro? Okay. I mean, we'll still fight. So I believe we get about like 10 proficiency points really from these guys. Each time we do a hyper armor. Either hyper armor or I think it's just like before I kill them. We could get more too if I'd use the effect booster. So I'll probably use that whenever we come back in here. Because I'm going to leave after I run out of my hyper armor here. I'm going to leave, but then come back. That way all my buffs reset. Just in case. Oh crap, I forgot I can't kill him because I don't have Philia. So I have to leave like right when he's about to die. Let me just switch to this guy instead. Now we leave. Let's see how much we gained from that. We were at like 820. Wow, he still hit me? So 837, yeah. So we get about 10. So let's go and teleport back to reset our buffs. And go right back in. Hopefully, getting these damage buffs actually makes a big difference. I'm assuming they will, in terms of how much damage we'll be doing after that. Oh, they didn't reset, huh? Do I gotta go back to the communication area? Really? Huh, I guess I'll gotta go back to the communication area. Could also just bring Philia to praise her. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. So I guess we'll bring her. That way she can at least get some more XP. No, not Xenon. Philia. Which she'll kill them a lot quicker, but that'll be okay. So, you. There we go. They still didn't reset? Why? What the hell? That's really weird. Okay, Philia, just do your thing real quick. of killing, just about. Good still. We should probably get those back. Okay, yeah, alright, we're good. 8:45, okay. So let me go ahead and already pop these again, refresh them. I think I just messed up my hyper armor. Yep, I did. So that is a rip. Let's switch so she can get some aggro. Try to keep herself alive just a little bit more. On to you. Try to let her keep as much aggro as possible. So I messed up that hyper armor. I wonder if that was intended or if it's just a bug to where if you pop another hyper armor before your previous one wears off, then you don't get the effect. Got all those back, good. You're dead. Okay, 8:53. Ooh, I don't. Okay, I can pull you. At least through the 900 to 1000, it won't feel as long. I think it goes slightly a little bit faster, or at least it feels a bit faster. She almost got him. And then when I do ever decide, well, not decide, but whenever I do get to the point where I do the Pokemon Let's Plays, I don't know how much of the games I'm going to do. I would like to try to do most of the features, if possible. Because, like, I know there's the battle towers and whatnot. I highly doubt I would do them completely. But I would like to do a little bit of them, because I'm pretty sure I've never done them. Besides Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, I believe. I think they had kind of a battle tower-ish thing. Probably depends on some other games too. what other games? What other games would I probably like to do? Almost all of it. Can't think of one really. But there's definitely another one for sure, though. We at 868, okay. We'll probably do about like 880 for this guy. So about 2 more skeletons and we'll be 900 range. I think my armor didn't wear off because he would have got me right there. And you're dead. There we go. Let's go ahead and use the effect booster. Please. Barely got that. I'm wondering what's happening with some of these buffs, because, like, I know I'm definitely getting overbuffed, but I don't know if it's due to other buffs or if it's other debuffs, because like some of them are there and they're just like completely disappear. Like even if I'm not overbuffing myself, I know Philia can buff me, but I don't know if that's the case or not. That's really happening. Okay, she got level up, 138. She's almost 140, so that's cool. She'll almost be 150 by the end of all this, really. Well, she'll be in the 140 range, but who knows. Hey, Velvet. How's it been going? Just trying to do me a little bit of grinding. Trying to get some other skills that should help me for these last bits. 500 and leaflet 300. Wow. You're still doing those? I do not miss the apostles. That's one thing I will never miss. I'd rather do 1,000. I mean, it's basically the same principle as 1,000 floors, but I would technically rather do 1,000 floors like 2 times over than the apostles ever again. Funny too, because last night I was actually I went back to look and see what was like my oldest live stream, and it was back whenever I think we were mainly farming Supreme raids, because I know I was farming the Supreme East raid, I think for like the Galactic Jewel and something else, and it was so funny to kind of relive that little moment. It's actually pretty good if you really have the patience to commit to the apostles before you really do the harder endings and stuff in the DLC 2. It's actually really worth it to get those first. It'll help them so much more. 905, final stretch. 2-minute axe. Probably once I get those new buffs, I will go. I'm gonna try to see if I can farm right to get more cleansing crystals, because I want to. Right after I get those buffs, I want to see if I can get Ragnaroks right after that. Because we're so close, only by a few seconds. So are they the last two apostles you need, or are you just mainly trying to go for theirs? Because like I know Asna's SP weapon is like really, really good. bunch of non-SP stuff is really busted as well. Lots of entry-level non-SPs that are really good to grab there, especially because like most of them drop from just regular mobs and Supreme. So if you're able to somehow get to the point where you can hit them and kill them, you can get some really nice stuff there to start you off. It's one of those moments where you can like skip a little bit of progress compared to the old days. About halfway there. So what weapon are you mainly using? What do you like? Do you main a certain weapon that you just like, or are you just using what's like easiest to get your progress up faster? I wonder how many she's used so far. She just spams that so much. How many points do we have so far? 27, okay. Plenty. Plenty. Dual Forgive Me Not, still regular, plus 50, still riding. Wait till 99 till XT riding are both ability levels. Okay. Yeah, the Dual Forget Me Not's really helped. Once they added the SP version of it, and then being able to use both of them helps so much. Kind of another way you can basically skip a bit of progress as well. If you've got the patience to sit there and grind the shards, you know, over and over and over. So another level up she's got. Away from that. followers from me doing this so far. 970. 30 more, 30 more. But yeah, I don't know if you were here whenever I was saying it earlier, but I had mentioned in like the last stream I was wanting to. I was debating on whether starting my challenge run for Attack on Titan, where I use the default the starter gear, and I try to beat the story in Inferno mode with it. And then I was debating on trying to start my Lost Song magic only run, and I decided to do the magic only run, so I've been doing that like off screen. I've made it to the second area in the game, so I'm at the desert right now with that. Hasn't been too bad, just a bit time consuming for most things, since I'm still in the first tier of magic and haven't got the better stuff yet. Oh wow, he actually canceled it. Lucky. 986. Probably have to do one more skeleton after this guy. Yep, 991. Okay, last skeleton. Oh, and then we're pretty much done with proficiency for the rest of this. Could go for Scimitar and Katana to get even more, but I'm fine with what we got right now. I think it'll be more than enough. I think you get level 500 with plus 50, but $9.99 because damage income is getting lost. Yeah, plus 50 gear, you can get quite a long ways with this. Even with old gear, like I think my Skyrims, I originally stopped those at maybe level 50, and you can still do quite a lot of content with those as long as you've got, you know, like better armor and accuracy. The damage is still pretty good with those. Alright, we got 1,000 now. Go ahead and just kill this guy. Okay, so lock that, and we got Berserker finally. So we're gonna equip Bloodlust because that'll give me 15% more attack. We're gonna get Crimson Weapon, Madness Blow, Shangri-La, and I don't know how good Knight of Insanity is, because it reflects 3 attacks back for the same amount of damage, but I don't know. I'm not sure how good that is. I might test it out real quick. Let's see. Let me set my palette, so we'll bring these over here. Put that there. This can go there, and then Shangri-La can stay right there. Okay, that's it. Alright, and back to dual wield we go. And I need to find where I can get Where can I get cleansing crystals in this? Found treasure drop chest. Blue chest, crystal. Floor 90. So I can buy them in floor 90, or do I need an implementation for that? And let's equip. So somebody said floor 90, which we just got to floor 90, so let me go check the item shop there. If it's not there, then that probably comes from having that one implementation that affects the item shop. New message. Liz. 27 hours in total. Probably by the end of this, we'll be close to 40 hours. So let's see, did I also take that quest that we need? Hunger for honey? I did not, so let's go grab that real quick while we're here. Hunger for honey, collect 5 honeys in front of the town on 90th floor, okay. Currently running MC, Leafa, Asuna, and Rain. I don't think I've ever used Leafa like that before. I think instead of her I used Ronier as like a slightly buffer. And then Rain, I don't know. I know I had her at one point for something because she's one of my favorite characters. But I can't remember what she was. And then Asuna, she was a debuffer. Let's see, floor 90. Item shop. Okay, they do have a purifying crystal. That's the name of it in this. 5 million, okay. We can buy a lot of them anyway, so. Okay, weapon shop, what do they look like here? Pretty crappy still. I think that knife might be a little bit better for Philia. So let's go back to floor 76. We need to go to see if we can get Ragnarok now with these buffs. See how much better this will be. Hopefully better. I know I gotta watch out for my buffs because those will debuff me. So I gotta make sure I'm not really over buffing and watch out a little bit. Because yeah, those are gonna debuff me up a lot, so I can't use too much. go ahead and use a Veil Potion. That way I don't have to worry about aggro, just trying to get there. So I didn't at least get this. This will be so game changing. Okay, so let's see. I think I'll mainly just activate the strong buffs for now. So that should be okay. No, Philly, I don't want to talk. I don't think this run is going to work. I think I've kind of messed up a little bit. I kind of moved it out of her way, but oh well. Oh my god, I'm missing them. I hate that in this game, dude. Yeah, this is definitely not going to be the run, sadly. We're already kind of screwed here because I don't have my other buffs. Yeah, this was horrible. She got level up. Oh, it was actually good. Okay, wow, 3 minutes and 2 seconds. Okay, so we did do good, but we definitely messed up. I think because that Starburst Dream messed up. That's what ruined us right there. So we can definitely do it. So walled. Let's see. Another high drop rate, okay. Yeah, we definitely could have gotten that right there. Man, that was close. That was very close. Okay, so I kind of know a bit of what I need to do at least. It just kind of comes down to more so some timing and whatnot. So I'm gonna wait for those to come back. So you're gonna try Leafa as a main DPS. Just gotta hit Reaper level 300 or 400 for max great sword stats. Like, are you talking about Leafa as a main DPS, as like if you wanted to play as her, or a main DPS as like a sub member on your team? I could probably even do my esoteric skill early on and then have enough time to reset it with my cooldowns by praising. So that would actually cut down some time. Okay, so let's bam, 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 go, first one down. I got pushed back a little bit. Oh my god, dude. Ah, that's so bad. That probably costed me right there. Because of that. And I'm out of buffs too. I might have to start using the skill that increases my effect time. That might be better for me to do. That's probably what I'm missing. Probably what I'm missing. So yeah, like, never mind, doesn't matter now. Please don't hit me. I don't know if I can have a thing. I don't. Messing up. I wonder what I'm. Maybe I just gotta start using my accuracy potion. 345. My god. That was terrible. Yeah, play as her. Is it worth upgrading a 3-star dungeon armor? 3-star dungeon armor. I don't know what you mean by a 3-star dungeon armor. Insanity Universe. What is this? HP regen. So maybe I'll start with effect booster. And I don't know, maybe end up using one of these two. Then that, and that, and that. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by a 3-star dungeon armor. Okay, so I almost got those again. Turn that battle log off, get that out of the way. Yeah, who knows, I might have to start using a little bit of accuracy potion right there at the end too. Possibly. In every dungeon you have that one chest that got like 2-star cloaks that are more for debuffing with special accuracy and a regular 3-star armor. Are you talking about like the chest up in like the ice area where you fight that lizard and then you can get like one of those clothes armors? Is that what you're talking about? Like Clothes of Inquisition, Clothes of Tranquility, that type of thing? Maybe? I don't remember too much. I know one of the clothes we were using because it did have like a bunch of dex and accuracy. I think we mainly used it for the main armor. The default armor, as we call it. And then I think for debuffers, I think we kind of used it a little bit. This is gonna be crazy because it's such a good run. $316? How? How was this not? Oh my god! How was that not a perfect run? That felt so good. Walled universe. Hype for Echoes of Aincrad? Honestly, no. No. Because really the SAO games have been in a downward spiral ever since Alicization Licorice, and they've just got worse right after. And Echoes of Aincrad, the fact that it's solo only, is already a major disadvantage, and game just doesn't look good. Like, gameplay-wise, it does not look good, in my opinion at least. So no, I'm not excited, and I'm keeping expectations extremely low. So maybe the game will turn out good, maybe it won't. Who knows? We'll see when it comes out. I would hope I get proved wrong. So effect booster I definitely need. Modified defense, I don't even know if I had that on. Maybe when I get to the floating thing, I'll use Mail Plate. That way it can take a lot more damage. That might help me. I think that's the enemy I'm spending too much time on. What about you? Are you excited for it? Is that going to be like one of your first few SAO games you've played, or what? I think this is better. This is way better. Yeah, this is way better. Yeah, I don't need that effect booster or anything like that. So there we go. Oh crap, I just got lucky because I messed up my armor. So he missed me. Please let this be it. 228, dude. That was such a good run. Such a good run. Finally, we got Ragnarok. Oh boy, oh boy. This is gonna change everything. Look at that. Every stat goes up. We get extra damage to bosses and sword skill damage goes up. You want to see more gameplay right now? The game looks a bit clunky. Hoping for a demo before release. We always hope for a demo before release, but I think the only game we technically got that was Last Recollection, right before it came out. And I guess if you want to count Fractured Daydream, because we did get a beta test, closed beta, and then a public beta, if I remember right. But, yeah, hopefully, because, I mean, to me it feels like the game is being released way too early. Like, it needs a lot of work. In my opinion. Like, gameplay-wise, it just didn't look good, which I haven't watched videos on, you know, on the game ever since they first announced it. Like, that first initial trailer, that's been my only impression of the game. And so I don't know anything else about it, really, other than just what I've initially seen. But hopefully it does, you know, get better or whatever. But yeah, I'm not going in expecting much. Hopefully we can get another one right here. This should be a lot better now, considering we got these. I can already tell right now, dude, the damage right now is so much better. Okay, that might have cost me right there. Oh my god, Philia, no! Okay, okay. I thought she was gonna waste quite a bit of time because she did that. Almost one esoteric will kill him. Hey, it will, never mind. Wow, that's so much better. That made such a big difference. 220, so 8 more seconds. Cool, we got 2 Ragnaroks, so that is a GG for the rest of this game. We are definitely upgrading these. But yeah, if there's a demo, hopefully that'd be nice. And hopefully they can kind of tone up more of the stuff on that before the release. Because now we're what, about 2 months still? So there's not a whole lot of time for them to really fix a bunch of stuff. So hopefully they can do that, manage it. Because it'd be nice if we had like Fractured Daydream did pretty good on release. You know, it was to the point where they had to increase the server size because there was that many people. But after like the first few months, it just dwindled and dwindled and dwindled. So hopefully this time we can have a good release and keep that same energy, you know? Because we haven't had that for SAO in a long time. Also, let's see. Agility, Dex. I think most of these are agility and Dex that I need to do. Dex, agility, agility, agility. Yeah, I think Dex and agility, I'll go with this. Ooh, actually, I just remembered that I don't have the ores that increase my chance of her succeeding, so I don't know how far we'll be able to upgrade these. Yeah, 70%. Ooh, yeah, she's only 70% for most of these, so I don't know how high we can go, but we can at least get it a bit. As long as we can get maybe like 3 increases or so, that'll be more than enough. Because I mean, we go from 465 to 488 for damage, and we go from 50 dex to 70 dex. So hopefully we get lucky. Plus, I'm only using 2 different things, so if it fails, it fails. 56% already, wow, okay. Okay, thank you. Let's see, how much now? 42, oof. You messed up. How much is it costing for me to do this? Okay, so it doesn't require a lot. I'll have to probably reset the limit of it. Okay, +3. It's a good thing I have a bunch of these ores. Ooh, 28%. Yeah, messed up. So probably about +4 is at most what we can get. Unless I get somehow extremely lucky before I have to reset the limit. But that's still going to be a really big increase to have these upgraded that high. Alright, so we made it, +4. We've only got 4 more limits to do. And that's 21. And we'll have 100 decks if we get it. So let's see. Okay, you messed up. Messed up again. How much deck stones do I have left? Because this is taking 10, so I've got about 3 more chances. Messed up again. Come on, Liz. Just give me 1 more. Just 1 more. So I can have it +5. Man, you're dedicated. You gotta be for SAO to an extent. Dang, she messed up again. Last chance. I gotta reset the limit. Do I have materials for that? Okay, so I don't. Okay, so that's as far as we're gonna get that one at +4. So hopefully we can maybe get the agility version 2+5. Yeah, you gotta be for the SAO games, man. Depending on how far you want to go, they are not for the faint of heart. The RNG, the amount of grinding to do, it's brutal. And with most of these games, it was way worse in the beginning. Like Holorization, AL, Fragment, like they had you do a lot more compared to nowadays, because they made updates that reduced the amount of stuff that you needed. Ooh, man, I can't wait to use these on the next floor boss. This is gonna be insane. +3. Can you give us a +4? How many limits do I have left? 4, okay. And this honestly probably won't even be like the worst thing I ever do. Like for video wise or challenge wise, because at some point I would like to do a Pokemon challenge that, you know, people do where you beat the game with only shiny Pokemon, which if you've ever played Pokemon, you know the shiny rates, it's awful. That will be true patience and time. So we only got them to level 4, which is okay. Still a pretty big increase for stats and whatnot, so I'll take it. Now let's go do floor 90. Let's take that off now. We don't need that anymore. They want to teleport to hollow area. Yep, I was almost gonna pretty much give up on trying to get these Ragnaroks, but I'm glad I was able to get it. They will help tremendously now. Also love how they changed like the artwork for these floors, depending on the time of day. That's really cool. I think right here we're about to start getting that new character. He's gonna interfere with us a little bit, because we still haven't done our little duel with him, but I know that's gonna be coming up. So we need to find the honey. So there's one. Let's see. Nothing else. 2, 3. head straight into the labyrinth, see what we get. Yeah, so the labyrinth, this is probably like the fastest they've ever been to a labyrinth. Literally just walk out the town and bam, right there. Okay, that's chest. Move out of the way. Okay, for a minute that kind of was starting to scare me because I was thinking this was the teleport puzzle that you end up having to do, but that's not, technically that's not it yet. Sealed tower key. Okay, so now we gotta go back in. Outside. Okay, so we gotta go back out there, and there should be a teleport point to take us further. But yeah, that shiny only challenge, that'd be a lot to test my patience, and then I want to do eventually like videos of me trying to get all the trophies or achievements for some games. So that will be really testing patience. I still got to get the platinum trophy for Fatal Bullets and AW versus SAO, so I might stream those a little bit at some point. Because Fatal Bullets going to be very, very brutal. Because for some reason, I know for sure I've maxed out Affinity with all the characters before, but I never got the trophies for them for some reason. So I gotta do all of that again, which is gonna suck. Affinity is the worst in that game. But I've gotta do that. Pretty sure I've never gotten all of them for Attack on Titan, so I'm not sure which ones I'm missing on there and how tedious they might be. Probably not too bad though. Tokyo Ghoul I would like to get. That will be very annoying to do though, because that's a lot of grinding to do in that game. Okay, so there's another switch up in there I gotta find. So let's see, where could it be? This way. Yeah, this way. Now we can teleport up, and then third floor should be the last one, then boss room, because typically these labyrinths are 3 floors. which I'm curious if the labyrinths were about 3 floors up in the main series as well. Teleport now. We'll have to reset our time whenever we get back to town, because we still got to get the honey for that quest. Check the other places though in here and see, make sure I'm not skipping another switch. Checked. Maybe you should also build up my shade for not to have noticed. Still got 2 Midnight Sun legendary activity with double passive. You could. I mean, you could use them as kind of like a debuffer if you want. If you don't want to use Asuna. I built Shaita since personally she's my favorite, one of my favorites. And then Asuna was a little bit of a debuffer still, but once the DLC 2 came out, she kind of became the main DPS for her side of the story. Okay, so we got a special monster here we need to beat. What is it? What was the name of it? Impregnable. Probably a golem, if I had to guess. Take a wild guess. Yep. Of course, of course, of course. Damage is so nice now. Kind of crazy that the enemies are, well, that enemy so far at least was only level 116, so he's only 16 levels higher than what originally we would start off as. So not a pretty big jump considering this is floor 90. And there we go, boss. So it's going to be time to see the moment of truth, how much damage we're going to be doing against this thing. So let's go to the inn and we'll reset our time. I think also have the XT of the legendary dagger, so maybe we should do Riona and Philia. Yeah, you could do Silica as well, because I know during the DLC 2 story, Silica was my damage dealer in that. I used her to fight the mobs instead of Leafa, Ronier, and whoever else was the other one. Okay, so let's rest. Plus, I wanted to use Silica anyway as a dagger debuffer early on because everybody was just using Riona, and I was just tired of seeing Riona, so I just wanted to be different, so I just chose Celica. And then once Filia came, Filia pretty much replaced her because Filia's another one of my favorites. But I think I still kept some stuff on Celica just cause. She might still be my debuffer because I might have made Filia my buffer instead, because for my dagger buffer I mainly used Lenal because I liked her. So she stayed my dagger buffer for a very, very long time. Oh my god, I don't want to teleport to Hollow Area. I hate how they put that as the first option. Don't want to do that. Okay, so let's go back here and get the honey. So one more. And there we go, we're done. Should you get a strong katana for 2 for DPS, Medina, because as far as I remember, AO bleed damage is still crazy. I don't ever remember bleed damage being crazy. Then again, I never paid attention to it. Because the only times I ever remember like bleed or poison being crazy is really Hollow Fragment, because you can increase the effects of debuffs by like twice, and it pretty much makes it to where you can kill any boss, anything in the game, pretty much with just poison and bleed. As for AO, I don't know. I don't know how that is. I don't think it's too good. I could be wrong though. Like I said, I've never paid attention to it. But you'll want a strong katana anyway, because if you're going to do the ending for Berkoli to get, I believe it's Rogu's legendary weapon or 5-star weapon, you need to beat round robin solo with Berkoli, and you need a very good katana for that. You'll need a good katana, and you'll need to be buff swapping, so it takes a lot of practice. It took me a while. That was one of the last endings I did. So we leveled up sadly, so we're 104 now. So let me go, let's see, what enemy? Ooh, Paladin. Okay. Yes. See how this will be. But yeah, regardless, you'll pretty much want a strong katana. Like I said, if you want to do that Berkoli ending to get Rogu's 5-star weapon, that's what you're gonna need. You're like no shortcuts. You need that. You need like practically the best equipment for that, even with buff swapping. That's one of the hardest things in the entire game. such a cool boss fight to see if they actually incorporated it into the anime. The Ruler of Blades. Okay, pretty much know what buff cycle we're going to be doing, so... Oh my god, it's so beautiful. One esoteric and one HP bar, that's crazy. I can pretty much one turn this thing, just about. Well, not by one turn, like one buff. Esoteric. And there we go. Last bit, hopefully. Hopefully somebody doesn't somehow steal it like Klein did. There we go. Rampant Light. Okay, so that's Astana's rapier.
Yes.
So cool. Ragnaroks are crazy. And having those two buff skills and that new passive helps so much more now. Plus, if I remember right, I think Medina already gets a 5-star katana as well. I think that's from upgrading her katana to max or something like that. Because I think you get it from the arena when you exchange your memory coins or whatever they were. Fur Fever, okay. Collect 4 animal pelts. Okay, so we don't have any, I imagine. Let's check. No, okay. Wow, so yeah, for some reason I was thinking the level system in this took so much longer, but just doing these side quests, I mean, some of these give you literally about half of the XP you need, so... Huh. It's actually beneficial to do them. Philia. Where are you? Town Square, okay. You up here? Yep.
Yosh.
Yosh.
Nani?
Okay, there we go. Kind of wish I could use Seba, because it would be kind of cool to use the character that Abeck made for once. So 91. I might do one more floor after this one, possibly, or maybe this one will be it. I don't know. Arcana Ravine. first XT armor was good. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Oh god, it's this floor. This is the one with the teleport puzzle. I think I have it in my notes. But yeah, I can't remember, honestly. A bunch of the stuff I can't remember. It's been too long. Let me try to find in my notes if I actually did put it in here. Huh. Is there a way I can search this in my notes? Okay, alright. Like that, does that work? No, oof. I might not even have this in my notes anymore. Or it's just like somewhere where where I'll be able to find it. So not that either. Yeah, I don't know if I have it in my notes anymore. That's a rip. This is gonna suck. Did I put it in a Google thing then, maybe? A Google sheet? Doesn't look like it. My goal for now, all apostle, level 500 with plus 50, and then steps at 100 until all are 99 plus 99. Yeah, that's not a bad way to start. So let's see, top. Okay, we already get to the monster. Okay, so let me put this in my notes, just in case, if somehow I ever need to come back to this. So this is floor 90, or 91, floor 91, teleport. So, top, and then let's see, we got top or right, let's go right. Okay, so top and then right. gonna go left. Okay, and then I think this time I'm gonna try to go left. Okay, that's right. Cool. Then we're gonna go right. This is like the most I've gotten right the entire time. Okay, so wow, I managed to actually get it right. Okay, don't go up into that, that's for sure. Wow, first time I've ever gotten that in one try. I've been getting real lucky with some of these little parts with this challenge. Okay, so imagine we gotta use 4 stones. Did we get any of the griffin fur? No. Let's go ahead and use this, why not? Okay, and then that one and that one. One, and we should be able to be inside the labyrinth. River. Okay, do we get any of the fur? We got 3, okay. Hopefully we run into maybe another griffin. Let me see. Is there any other enemies over there? Nope. Let me go ahead and stop that download. Still never even tried that game. Probably never will. I just don't have time for them. Same thing with this one. Still never even got a chance to try it. Alright, so labyrinth. There you are. Item? Nope. Okay. Can you give me one? There we go. Nice. definitely glad I decided to stick it out a little bit to try to get these. Because I was real close to just not getting them and just continuing on with what I had, which would have been worse in a way. This is an entire loop. Next floor should be boss floor. Yep, boss floor. Okay, yeah, so I think this will be my last thing, and then I'll end the stream because there's still some other stuff I need to do. I don't have much time because I got work tomorrow. Didn't have to go today because holiday. So we'll fight this boss, and then we've got, what, 8 more floors?
Yes.
Did we ever fight that special enemy? Okay, we did. I don't even remember what it was.
なんだ
Alright, join the boss battle.
よし
Okay, what are you? Absolute Gazer. Okay, hopefully that other beat didn't stay. I was hoping it would stay, so whenever I did my esoteric, it was even more. Still a lot. He definitely took so much more. This is definitely going to be my buff rotation for the rest of this. It works out pretty well. Should be it. Hopefully there might be a hallucinator. I don't know if I've missed out on that. Finster Gland. Not sure what that is. messages, get those out the way. Silica. Guild. The boy and his guardian dragon.
Yo.
3 dragon scales, okay. 7,000 XP for that, man. At this rate, you might as well just do side quests if you want to level up. Okay, so we do have 1 dragon scale. Okay, cool. There was something else I was about to... Oh, the Finster lands, whatever the hell that is. What weapon is that, if it is a weapon? We did get Rampant Light, I forgot. That's awesome. Nice weapon right there. Kind of sucks it doesn't have a effect. Okay, so it's not a weapon. Wow, we got a Cleric's Cross? Since when? Huh, what? It must be a, what is that? It's not saying it in my thing either. Let's see. Finster. Ah, shield, okay. 100 defense, all resistance is up, okay. Alright, well, I think that's going to be it for this stream. We at least did some progress, went up 2 floors, and we got 200x to 1,000, so that allowed us to get the 2 new buffs, which are making a really big difference right now. And then we managed to get Saint Blade Ragnarok twice and upgrade it a little bit, so that's making a really big difference as well. So, with that being said, that's going to be it for this one, and I will see you guys in the next one. I'll try to tackle on a lot more of the floors. So we're probably going to be pretty much ending this whole challenge run in probably the next 2 streams, really. And then that'll be it for Hollow Fragment, probably for a while. Either a while or for good. So, see you guys in the next one. Peace.